So here I am. I don't know why Kiptum is adamant, because he's the one holding my file. My file can't even be found in IRA. And he's the one who ate my money because I was told they were paid. In Kenya lands, they know Kiptum and one by the name Kalai, they ate my money. So Ngugi, Peace Ngugi of Kenya lands, he's saying he cannot lose because my commission has already been eaten by other people. And I'm not the only one. There are cases in IRA. But the person who is supposed to act, the commissioner, is favoring insurance companies. So in fact, our fate as agents is not known. We are wasting our time. Anytime you have a big case, you will lose it. They will not pay you. They can decide and tell you, take this or you leave. My name is Lucy Otieno. I've been an insurance agent since 2007. Majorly I was doing life, then I started doing also general. Then I opened my company. I registered an insurance agency called Josh Insurance Agency. So I've been doing business with many, because now the Insurance Act allowed us to work with more than one insurance company. You can even do 10 so long as you enter into agreement with them. So I've been doing general businesses. In the year 2019, one employee of Kenya Lands approached me if I can give him business, because employees, insurance companies are in competition. So they needed business. So Chege asked me if my agency can give them business. I said, why not? So we started the journey. So we started with Chege to go to Homa Bay County Assembly with the blessing of the CEO of Kenya Lands. By that time, the CEO was called Michael Gota. So he assured me that when you bring business, we'll pay you. So we started the journey. We went to Homa Bay County Assembly with Chege. Then we met the people I had approached that I would love to work with them if they can give me business. So we went with Chege more than 2 times to Homa Bay County Assembly. We agreed. The tender was advertised. We put in our tender, and I managed to get the business. So we used to go to Homa Bay County with Chege. Kenya Lands were paying even the flight. The air tickets are there and they're available. So that was 2019 in August. The insurance was starting in December. We managed to get the business. Then December came. I think they paid, Homa Bay County Assembly paid the money before 25th. But I was lied to that the business, the premiums have not come. Then later on, they kept saying that Homa Bay County Assembly has not paid them. And I told them, but already the cover is effected. So I came to learn that the premium was paid, and Chege and Gota paid themselves. And now, when I approached Gota, he told me, Lucy, I gave Chege money to bring to you. Rambia, no, Mr. Gota, you are supposed to pay my agency, Josh Insurance Agency. You don't pay your employee to come and pay me. Then he even called Chege, telling him, can we have a meeting? And that by that time now was pursuing Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University, also to give me the business. Again here, we had gone with Chege up to Bondo. The previous premium for Homa Bay County Assembly was 33 million. I was supposed to be paid 3.3 because it is 10%. So maybe if you minus tax, but my figure is 3.3 million. Then now, because they knew I was going also to give them Jaramogi, they told me they are going to sit down with the management and then they see what they will pay me. So when I was following this money, Gota actually paid me 200,000, which they sent through my account. Then I asked him, what about the rest? He told me, no, sort yourself with that as I pursue Chege, because we gave Chege your money. Then I told them, when we work, I have my account, and you people have my account number, KCB. You are supposed to send money direct. During this time, I was already pursuing Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University. We had gone there 3 times. I also met the people that I was talking to if I can get the business. We got the business. Then by the time the business was getting through, COVID came. So everybody was sitting in the house. Offices were locked. Then I learned that when now the award letter was brought, that is when now I learned that another agent was also involved. Chege again and Gota, who was by then the CEO of Kenya Lands, they had agreed not to pay me. So when I realized they're also going to dupe me with the Jaramogi, I ran to IRA. I went to IRA. I met the officers, one called TV. We call him TV. So he told me, okay, go and write the complaints, give me the necessary documents, supporting documents, then I do my investigation. So TV started doing his investigation around June 2020. That time offices were now there were few people who could go, then few people are still in there. They were working in shifts. After that, he did his investigations. He called everybody. He called Kenya Lands and even told them to pend the payment. He told them, don't pay these commissions until we finish the investigations. I thought they were going to do that. After TV finished his investigations, again the case was forwarded to FIU. That is the Insurance Fraud Unit, to also do their further investigations, which they did. They went to Jaramogi, met those staffs. They went to Homa Bay County Assembly, they met those staffs. Eventually, they also agreed with the TV that I worked and I'm supposed to be paid. So, in March 2021, IFIU wrote their findings to IRA, to the commissioner, that indeed Lucy worked, so the money should be paid to Josh Insurance Agency. Then when I asked for my copy, I was not given. Then somebody by the name Washira, they gave me the file copy, which I went with to Kenya Lands. By this time, Gota had been sacked because of this case. They brought in another CEO by the name Simon. He was a Mzungu guy. So I met him, then he told me, okay, I can see actually you worked, we are going to pay you. He was even summoned with IRA. All this time, I am thinking I'm in the same page with IRA, only that to realize when they were calling these people, they were in agreement that they were buying time. They were all buying time. So again, when Simon agreed to pay me, again he was removed. He was also sacked. Then they brought in another CEO by the name Penina. That was now last year, March 2022. So Penina called me and told me to go to the office. I went to the office. I was introduced by another gentleman called Mika. Now he was the one in charge to talk to me. Then we sat down with Mika, and Mika told me, okay, Lucy, it is true you worked, but now I've been sent. The management is saying, the CEO has told me, if you can enter into agreement, this money, we scatter it, if you can get your money in installments. Then I asked him, what installments? He told me 1.2 million every month. Of course, because I knew I had to pay my house, other pending bills, and I don't have money, I agreed. And of course, a debt, when somebody wants to pay you and they tell you, can we stagger it? You'll be a fool to refuse. Then, okay, they told me, come next week, Monday, you pick your checks. Actually, they wrote the checks, 1.2 million, until they finish. So it went for signature. The next week when I went, they told me, oh, signatories didn't come. One is not there. You still wait. I waited. When I realized the checks were not being signed, I went back to Kenya Lands and I told them I need to see Pius Ngugi because this company is his. Pius refused to see me. Then I told Mika, can I see Penina, the CEO? Then she said, okay, they're still in a meeting, you wait. I waited that day until 6 p.m. Their employees had gone. I still sat there. So when I saw I was still not being called, I walked to that office forcefully. Then I asked him, Penina, you people wrote checks 2 weeks ago to pay me in installments. Why don't you give me the first check, then I go? Then he told me, wait, you talk to Pius Ngugi, who is in a meeting, is finishing. So by the time Pius Ngugi was calling me, it was around 6:30 in the evening. I went to him and he told me, Lucy, you know very well this money has been paid out to other people. I asked him, which other people? Josh Insurance Agency is what is the company which procured this business. Whom did you pay? So the money has been paid out. So if you agree, I give you 1.2 million right now, and forget, you forfeit that 7.8 million. I told him I will not do that because I worked, and IRA has an act which we should all follow. He told me, you either take 1.2 million or you can go anywhere. I will not pay. That day I refused to leave the office. Pius Ngugi stayed in his office until 8. He even called askaris down to come and remove me from the office. I refused to leave, and I slept in his office. I slept in the couch. I just sat there until the next day morning. They all found me. So they held meetings. They are ignoring me. They held meetings. But he said, I will not pay you. Eventually, I left. After I left, he sent some emissaries to go and talk to one of our union leaders by the name Cliff Otieno. Cliff called me and told me, Kenya Lands has sent his staff, can you come, we negotiate? Then I told him, you still want me to negotiate? I thought they're paying me my whole amount. I told Lucy, just come, we negotiate. I told him I'm not negotiating. I'm not negotiating my payment because I worked. Then after 1 week, IRA called me and other people also who has also their cases there. IRA called me to go. It was on a Thursday. That was last year, around May. We went. It was a full board. The employees, there was Kiptum, the commissioner, and his paying. The commissioner, Mr. Kiptum, told me, what if they want you to negotiate with them, will you negotiate? I told him, there's an act in IRA which we are following. And you know very well, business of medical, when you procure medical, you are paid 10% of the premium. Why should I negotiate again? Is Kenya Lands above the law? Then he just kept quiet. Then they told me, okay, we are going to see, we'll see if they will pay you. And as I took a mortgage in 2012. So I have this house that I've been paying. So because when COVID came, insurance, especially insurance, went down. And now I started falling in arrears. But I was confident that at least I have 2 businesses, which I'm going to fetch almost 10 million, 9.3. And my balance then was 4.8. I knew I was going to finish paying my mortgage, then now I'm free. So as an NSSF were on my neck, following their payments, I used to camp in either IRA or Kenya Alliance. Then the last time I went to IRA, it was in the afternoon. When I went there, I was told, okay, there's another delay because Pius Ngugi, the owner of Kenya Alliance, has taken again this case. He went to appeal to IRA, but the IRA told him, you are out of time, you can't appeal, pay that money. Then now this day when I went, they told me, okay, what is happening is Kenya Alliance has taken this case to DCIO to complain because there's new evidence that has come up. I don't know which evidence they had, a new evidence that they had, but for me, I knew it was just a delaying tactics. But I confirmed that actually they went there. So when they went there, DCIO, I think also they made their investigations and they still took back their report to IFIU, telling them pay that lady. Since then, it has been back and forth. When you go to see the commissioner, IRA, he's not there. When you go to these junior staffs that did investigations, they tell you, as we finished our work, the person who should now handle your case and give authority for you to be paid is the commissioner, Mr. Kiptum. This case has gone, we have appealed. I've been going to offices of other people to help me so that Kiptum can order Kenya Alliance to pay me because we are all, IRA is the regulatory body that governs both agents, insurance companies, brokerages, and what have you. But now my dilemma is the person who is supposed to stand with me, because supposing I'm an agent, supposing I'm the one who has eaten a client's money, my license will be taken and I will be taken to court. I will be in jail because of eating money until you refund. But you realize when it is now the companies, it's like they're in bed with IRA. They tell you go and negotiate with them. And yet it is IRA which is licensing even these insurance companies. Now come last week, my house was auctioned. The auctioneers came, took everything from my house and gave me 14 days to pay up or I lose everything. So this has really affected me because now I'm homeless. I'm living a very sad. I've got my grandchildren that I was staying with that now cannot go to school because I don't have a home, and where I'm staying is far. It is far from the school. So when I was auctioned on Wednesday, on Thursday, I went to IRA to see the chairman, but I was told he doesn't come every day. I'm very angry with the government because this is a government appointee. He is doing so much injustice to people, but he's still being covered. He's still being covered by the same government, yet they're telling us they're fighting corruption. When I went to, some time back when I was still going to Kenya Alliance, I overheard the junior staff saying, this lady, if she wants to be paid, she should go to IRA and tell them to refund the money that they were paid so that we pay this lady. Otherwise, they can't pay. Now, right now, I don't know my fate. I don't want to lose my house because the money I've paid is so much. I've paid almost 5 million to NSSF. NSSF is a government office. These houses belong to the government because they're built by the employees' money. So here I am. I don't know why Kiptum is adamant because he's the one holding my file. My file can't even be found in IRA. And he's the one who ate my money because I was told they were paid. In Kenya Alliance, they know Kiptum and one by the name Kalai, they ate my money. So Pius Ngugi of Kenya Alliance, he's saying he cannot lose because my commission has already been eaten by other people. And I'm not the only one. There are cases in IRA. But the person who is supposed to act, the commissioner, is favoring insurance companies. So in fact, our fate as agents is not known. We are wasting our time. Anytime you have a big case, you will lose it. They will not pay you. They can decide and tell you, take this or you leave. So this is where I am. As a Kenyan citizen, my right is certain because there's no office I can go to. There's no office you will go to, because if we went to IRA and the chairman agreed and they were going to do investigation, they suspended Kiptum for them to do investigations, only for the government, the higher officers, again to return him there, to continue sitting on our cases, to continue so that we are suffering. So here is a case. The only authority from IRA that should allow me to be paid, Mr. Kiptum, is the same man who ate my money. So I feel like the system is so unfair to me, because the person who is above, who should also now come in, has already been paid according to Kenya lands. Where should I go to? We don't have a system in Kenya. They lie to us that they put system that is not being followed. The justice I want is IRA as the regulatory body should even take license of Kenya lands, because they have the mandate. They have it. They used to do it before. I don't know what happened. When that act was discontinued, I don't know. IRA has got the authority to tell Kenya lands to pay. And in this case, let me tell you, Kenya lands should be paying me, and Kenya lands should also be paying fine of the tune of more than 5 million to the government. But the same government who is supposed to cover us is the same government offices, which again is frustrating me. Where I am, I don't know which office to go to, or who will order Kenya lands to pay me, because the regulatory body, which is supposed to stand for agents, is acting against agents.